The reason I'm making this video is because I want to talk about the #1 reason why people can't dunk. And if you're wondering if this relates to you, it does. It relates to every single person in the entire world, because everybody started at a certain point where they weren't able to do the thing that they can do now. There's not a single person, even if they were great and they had great genetics since they were 10 years old, when they were born, when they're 5 years old, when they're 7 years old, they're still not like they were when they were 20. It's a process. They never could have gotten to where they were when they were 20 if they didn't start when they were 7. And so the mind is an interesting thing, but if you're an athlete and you're watching this video, you need to watch this video, because I promise you by the end, you will understand the #1 reason why you can't dunk, and also the #1 way to dunk and to do anything you want, whether it is an athletic feat or anything else in the entire world. You can literally do if you understand this one thing. But before I tell you the one thing, and you may already know this thing, but I promise you it's probably going to surprise you as the #1 reason, because you know you're supposed to do this thing, but yet we don't do it because we're kind of stupid as humans, honestly. No offense to you or to me, but obviously, like, we know what's good for us and we do the thing that's not good for us so often, whether that's junk food or not doing a workout or watching TV when we're supposed to do our homework. Like, bro, we know what is going to help us have a better life in any aspect moving forward, and then we don't do that thing. So I think it's fair to say that we're kind of stupid sometimes. And so before I tell you what it is, I'm obviously in a weird place right now. I'm on a mountain, actually. I'm in California right now. I personally like to go hiking. I like to, well, most of the time I don't bring my phone with me, but I needed to record a YouTube video. So I figured I'd do it out here. So I brought my phone with me, but I haven't been on my phone until I started recording for y'all. So I find these hiking trails. I like to go hiking, get away from my phone, because I work on social media, obviously, put my phone away, and I just like to hike. And the funny thing about hiking is people don't understand why it's good. So the reason I like hiking is because, and people don't get to this point because they never even do it. So they're like, oh, it sucks. Like, someone will hike halfway up a mountain and then turn back because they don't like it, because it's not very fun. But then the funny thing about it is, and you could talk about attention span and TikTok and iPhones. I'm addicted to that as well, so I'm not gonna hate. But the reason y'all don't like it is because you don't get the reward right away. And that's the problem, is obviously everyone knows that you can get your reward in a lot of different ways right away in today's world. Like, anything you need is, food. There's a lot of things I could talk about, bro, but I think we already know that we're not willing to wait. We're not willing to do something harder right now for something better later. We're not willing to discipline ourselves or do anything like that. So I like to go hiking because it's not actually that fun when you're hiking up, but it's exercise, so it's still a good positive thing. But then once you get to the top of the hike, that's when you realize that it's like, okay, it was fun, because not only did I get exercise, not only did I do something, so I personally like to think in this mindset. You might not like it, but I like to get wins. Like, I don't like to take a bunch of losses throughout the day, personally. I like to take wins throughout the day. So if you structure your day in a way that you can do things to actually win and keep that momentum going forward to get more wins in whatever way that is, that's how I like to structure my day. So a hike is not that fun when you're going up. When you get to the top, you accomplish something, you got some exercise. Most of the time you get a pretty cool view like I have right now. I'm on top of a mountain sitting on a tree right now. And this relates to sports, and that's the whole reason I'm talking about this. It's like, it doesn't matter if I'm sitting in a tree on a mountain. That's not the point. The point is, this mountain is representative of me dunking. Like, in a very short-term way, you got to climb up the mountain, and it takes, however long it took me, 30 minutes to get to where I am now. And it was like kind of tiring along the way. And now I'm on the mountain, but it's not like I don't have to go back down. I got to go back to my car, or I got to keep hiking. This is not the end point. So it relates perfectly to sports, because the mountain is like dunking. It seemed like literally a mountain to climb. Like, the idea of dunking, let alone a windmill, let alone a two-hand hanging on the rim, let alone dunking in game, let alone between the legs. That sounded ridiculous, bro. That's literally a mountain. And then once you climb that mountain, you can start doing those dunks. You realize that it's not a destination. And that's not the #1 reason why you can't dunk, but it's one of the most important things you need to know when it comes to dunking, bro. It is not a destination. You have never arrived. LeBron, right now, has he arrived? No, he's actually probably having to maybe even work harder than he has in his previous years to keep, being good at basketball, to keep where, I'm not going to say exactly where he is, because he's obviously a little less athletic, but he's still dominating. So you don't think he's having to work hard at, I don't even know how old he is, bro. I'm not going to lie. 38, 37, however old he is, bro. You think he's not working harder? He's obviously working harder. He didn't arrive. Even LeBron James hasn't arrived. So you can never arrive. And I know that you're thinking this way because I thought this way. That's the funny thing. Everything I'm saying is literally just my own stupid thoughts. Because I was like, oh, bro, I can't wait till I can dunk easily. That's not how it works, but you're never gonna get to a point where it's like, oh, I can dunk easily anytime I want, any day I want. I don't have to work hard anymore. It's just easy for the rest of my life. That's literally not the point of life, of basketball, of sports. It's about getting better and progressing anyways. So this is, once again, not the number one reason you can't dunk, but it is something to do with your mindset that leads into the number one reason you can't dunk, is you can't do the number one thing that you need to do to dunk, which I'm about to tell you. You can't do that unless you understand it's not a destination. It's like unlocking stuff in a video game. You can't get to the next level until you do this level. If you think it's a destination, you're never gonna be able to do this thing that I'm about to tell you. So you just gotta change your mindset on this, bro. And the best thing about that is it's not actually the destination that matters anyways. It's literally the journey that is the most satisfying and purpose-giving part of the journey. The journey is, that's literally all there is the journey. That once you actually get there and you do something that you've never done before, you realize that it feels pretty good and you accomplish something and you're glad you did it and there's nothing more rewarding, but you're instantly, after 10 minutes, you're gonna be thinking about the next thing or what can you do to get that feeling again. And that's okay. It's okay to chase something, and you should be doing that. In fact, it's necessary to chase something, otherwise you're not gonna have anything to do. You shouldn't be thinking about, oh, it's gonna be a certain point where it's gonna be easy to dunk. Oh, I'm gonna retire and just be able to have fun every day. Like, that's just not gonna lead you to, if you care about happiness, I promise you that won't lead you to happiness. I don't think that's the thing you should be chasing, but I promise you that the destination mindset won't lead you to happiness, because it's never gonna be fun to sit there and do nothing. Or never gonna be fun to just sit there and think you've arrived and not get to the next level, because there's always someone better than you. So it really just depends on how you wanna do this, bro, but the number one reason you can't dunk, I'm about to tell you, you have to understand it's not a destination. So if you understand it's not a destination, then keep watching this video. Otherwise, then this is not gonna work for you. And right now, I want you to think about what it could be. What is the number one reason you can't dunk? I'm about to tell you. Is actually to do with your mindset. It's literally just belief, bro. So I understand that I say this a lot, but let me explain. Give me a second to explain exactly what I mean when I say it this time. You have more value to give to the world than you think, bro. You have way more value to give than you think. There's people who are struggling with things that you've already overcome. There's people who are unable to do the things that you can do right now, and you're sitting there comparing yourself to someone who you can't do those things. And as I just said, this also relates to belief. The thing I just said about understanding it's not a destination. Because when you understand there's no destination to get to, you realize it's just about every single day believing in yourself to make an impact, to get better, to do something positive, to work hard even when you don't want to. That's literally what belief is, bro. So you can't ever really believe in yourself if you're not taking every day not for granted. We take every day for granted. Think about it, bro. Literally every single day. Even now, I work pretty dang hard, but I'm trying to work harder because I realize I'm taking days for granted, and it's not about not enjoying your time. If you work really hard, you'll find out that you actually enjoy your time even more after you work really hard. So it's not about one or the other. You can enjoy your time, and you're gonna enjoy your time more when you've worked really hard to earn that enjoyment of the time, and you're gonna have a purpose, and you're gonna be doing something meaningful. You have to believe in yourself enough to get out of bed every day with something to do. Bro, sleep is not gonna save you. Sleep is not gonna do anything for you. If you don't feel great and you think sleep's gonna fix it, it's not. You can sleep 1,000 days in a row hoping that it will fix it. It's not. You just gotta, it starts with when you're awake, bro. Sleeping is literally just like a rest period. Life is all one thing. It's not separated by days. You can't just sleep something away. You have to get up every single day. Every single day the sun rises, you have to get up too, bro. That's what you're made to do. You're not made to sit there and do nothing. You're not made to have rest days. Maybe physically, maybe don't work out hard some days, but that doesn't mean you can't go for a walk or stretch or drink water or do something, bro. Like, you don't need rest days. Literally the days when I have rest days are the days that I felt the worst mentally. So all this to say, bro, is you need to understand that it is not a destination. It is an everyday thing. And to truly believe in yourself, lack of belief is the number one reason you can't dunk. And the number one way to dunk and do anything you've ever dreamed of is belief. What is belief? Understanding it's not a destination, waking up every single day, believing in yourself enough to do something with yourself and believe that you have value to give. Someone told me when I started the social media thing that you have more value to give people than you think. And so I want to end this video off with you have more value, bro, to give people than you think. And I'm looking at you. I don't know exactly who I'm talking to right now, but in my mind, I kind of do, because I'm just like, yo, I'm just an athlete. you have more value to give than you think, bro. And keep pushing. The more you push and go through hard stuff, the more value you have to give. And you'll even be able to make money off that down the line and do things like that. And it's not about the money, but money can help you take care of people or do things that you want to do, or even double down on what you love. So you gotta believe in yourself enough to get up every single day. Don't let lack of belief be the number one reason why you can't dunk. Have belief be the number one reason why you could dunk and do any dunk you ever dreamed of. And then once you're done with basketball, do anything you've ever dreamed of and make a positive impact and do something positive, bro. That's gonna give you purpose. That's what you wanna do. So as crazy as I just intertwined some sort of funny life lesson with dunking, I actually had to do that. And that was my whole purpose of this video, because I was just thinking, you know, my phone was in my pocket, but I wasn't on my phone. I was just thinking, going up the mountain about this. I was like, that's literally why I like hiking. But that's literally what dunking is, bro. It took me so long to get to where I am now, and I honestly thought I would be further. But well, when I first started, I didn't think I would get here. And then once I started getting progress, and I was 17, I was doing behind the back, got my first one, I thought I would be further, but then I didn't realize it's every day just getting better. And you know, I'm better in some ways, in a lot of ways. Like I take care of I clean my room, bro. I clean my car. I just take care of the things I'm supposed to do. You gotta elevate and grow like that too, whether it's in athletics, in your life, anything, bro. Just keep believing enough to get up every single day. And if you want to work out that you can do right now, that's fun. I like to have fun. If you work out and have fun doing it, that's okay, bro. That's kind of like what hiking is. So go in the description of this video, bro. It was a fun workout. Go ahead and let me know something you learned from this video. Let me know if there's any questions, videos, anything about dunking you want me to make videos on. Comment right now. Like this video if you learned something. Don't like it if not. And I will see y'all tomorrow, bro.